All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and here we go again. Everybody is left in shock. Trump is left in shock. Joe Biden has a screaming seizure meltdown on live TV, because y'all have to remember, all the Democrats had literally then turned their back on Joe Biden. They trying to force him to step down, and they said that Joe Biden absolutely went off and saying that he's staying in the race. He's not stepping down. And it is just funny because this is who the Democrats put in office. They've been lying to us for years about Joe Biden. Now, all this stuff is starting to come out about Joe Biden, and now they want to try to force him to step down and all of this crap. He already done destroyed the country. So no matter if y'all trying to force him to step down to get somebody else in there, everybody else that the Democrats have is just like Joe Biden. They going to have the same policies, same attitude, same everything. So it's still going to be Joe Biden still in the White House. So like I said, we definitely about to check this out and watch how Joe Biden just lose his mind over the Democrats that's trying to force him to step down, which we care nothing about, because the only thing we want is Donald Trump back in office so he can fix this stuff that Joe Biden done destroyed. He done destroyed our country, these open borders, all of this stuff. And Donald Trump is the man to fix that. So like I said, make sure y'all please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. And shout out to everybody who always watches the entire video. I really, really appreciate it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight to it, y'all. Let's go.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. Whenever you've lost an argument, right, it's best not to double or triple down. You're just going to dig yourself a bigger hole.
Yep.
But you can't fix stupid, and there's no fixing Joe Biden. After a weekend of nightmarish public appearances and truly smooth-brained behavior on national TV interviews that left the entire nation cringing and wondering what the literal F did this guy just say, Joe Biden's back for more this morning. In what seemed to be a rather rushed appearance, Joe Biden called in to his favorite morning show, Morning Joe. And it was the hosts who were actually in mourning for Joe Biden's cognitive state, as Joe Biden proved that he's 100% mentally handicapped, while having a total and complete meltdown on the program. And I'm telling you, truly a meltdown. Joe Biden began screaming live during the show.
Wow.
Like this. This is a 100% authentic, unedited clip from the program here. This is what Joe Biden said on live national TV.
Anyway, look, the country, the rest of the world is looking, our Prime Minister.
You heard that right. You heard that right. Here's Joe Biden talking about his interactions with foreign leaders, and he just screams. He just has like a seizure.
Prime Minister anyway, look, the country, the rest.
With the Diaga? What the hell is he talking?
Prime Minister with the anyway.
What?
He did it multiple times. And can anybody discern what the hell Joe Biden's saying here?
I mean, look, this is a guy who says 10% of the universe. Yeah, I want to get into it. He's just a liar.
What? He does it again.
He says 10% of the universe. Yeah, I want to get into it. He's just
Joe
a liar.
Biden sounds like he's in pain. Okay? Joe Biden sounds like he's actually literally in pain.
Yeah, something is wrong.
Now, Joe Biden couldn't do this on live TV, like joining like any adult would, right? Or anybody who's fighting for his political life, because he had to read from a list. Joe Biden can't have teleprompters on live TV. And so Joe Biden has to use lists in order to make his points for him. You can hear Joe Biden, you can audibly hear Joe Biden flipping through the pages of his talking points while he's on the phone.
Nobody said anything.
Listen.
Nobody said anything except me and the folks out there in the local, race.
Can you hear? You can hear the stapled
piece
of paper flip as Joe Biden gets through his script. And it didn't just happen once, kind of like Joe Biden screaming in a seizure. It happened multiple times. Listen.
I think he encouraged Russia going in. I mean, I'm reading from the list of lies. First of all, he was made up quotes, suckers and losers. I was with it. He called the Americans in the cemeteries from World War I suckers and losers. And so this guy's going to have to start to answer for what he did.
I'm reading from a list of lies. Is he talking about his own talking points? You can hear the papers ruffling around, like shuffling around in the background. What an absolute and total cluster. It's so bad, in fact, that Joe Biden was asked directly to his face I guess not to his face because he's technically not on camera or in studio. They wouldn't dare. But he was asked by his biggest cheerleaders, Mika Brzezinski, if he's going to have another episode like he did on national TV during the debate.
How can you assure the American people that you won't have another night like the one you did in Atlanta?
Look at my career. I've not had many of those nights. It was a terrible night, and I really regret it happened. But the fact of the matter is, how can you assure you're going to be on faith that can intervene on your way to go to, work tomorrow?
Okay, so Joe Biden threatens the host. How can you be sure you're going to make it into work tomorrow, lady? Lady.
Wow.
With the husband, also named Joe. I've stolen somebody else's wife before. Joe Biden did actually literally steal somebody else's wife, and Joe Biden's the babysitter. Just a reminder, always the babysitter. Joe Biden continues to babysit Joe Biden, even though he clearly has either Parkinson's disease and some type of horrible mental decline. Joe Biden was asked directly about that.
Who've been tested for any age-related illnesses, pre-Parkinson's, or anything like that, that might explain sort of having a night like that where you couldn't finish sentences.
Wow.
Look, I was feeling so badly before the debate. When I came back, they tested me for, I thought maybe I had COVID, maybe there was something wrong. I had an infection or something. They tested me. They gave me those tests. I was clear. But look, I had a bad night. But the fact of the matter is, look at what I'm doing. I mean, let me put it this way. If there was something that was wrong that night, it's not like it comes and that's one night and it goes away. That's why I've been out. I've been testing myself, been testing everywhere I go, going out and making the case. The night of that debate, I went out. I was out till 2 o'clock in the morning that very night. That very night. It drives me nuts, people talking about this.
Listen to Joe Biden.
And see, that's the thing right there is that the point that he said he felt like he was sick or he was sick, he wasn't feeling good. Why in the world did he go to the Waffle House around all those people? Why? Why did he go to the Waffle House around all those people then? If he knew he was ill, knew he didn't feel good, and afterwards I think it was around 2 o'clock in the morning, 12 or 2 o'clock in the morning, he's at the Waffle House around all those people, knowing he didn't feel good. But you're gonna get MSNBC, CNN, they ain't gonna say nothing about that. They ain't gonna say anything about that. He said, "Oh, it's just a bad night." He's not gonna beat Donald Trump in a debate. It's just not gonna happen. If they, still have their debate in the second one that's supposed to be in September, don't know if it's still going to go down because, Joe Biden might bag out or whatever the case may be because he did agree to 2 debates. Either way it go, he's not going to beat Donald Trump in the debate. Joe Biden's policies are bad. His policies are garbage. I'm telling you, they are bad.
So angry and defensive here. It's delicious. It's so amazing. Joe Biden getting so furious.
Yeah.
And people are asking about his health. And we've heard from people who have strong connections to the DNC that this is the thing that pisses Joe Biden off the very most. Joe Biden said that he thought he had COVID. He thought he had some type of horrible viral infection. So then why the hell did he go to a Waffle House that...
I literally just said that. Now, y'all see, Benny just said that, but I literally just said something about why did he, if you knew you felt like that, why did you go to the Waffle House? Why? I don't believe he got an answer for that. Why did he go to that Waffle House knowing you didn't feel good? Knowing something was probably wrong? You already was unsure if you was sick or not.
At night, crouch in the doorway and start licking people's waffles. Why would Joe Biden be doing this?
Look at this, touching people's hands.
This is what Joe Biden was doing. Joe Biden said that he was tested for COVID, and then he goes up and does this.
Touching people.
Okay, what Joe Biden says he has such a debilitating viral, at least he thinks viral infection. He feels so bad that he didn't even want to debate. He wanted to get a COVID test, and then he shows up at Waffle House in a predominantly black neighborhood in Atlanta to go dap people up and what? Spread whatever disgusting virus he has through his sick, cretinous, syphilitic hands? Oh, it's just gross.
That's
Joe Biden clearly Clearly hates the American people. Joe Biden was asked also about Donald Trump and about what he's going to do to beat Donald Trump, and he decided to make a Trump joke. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means this, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm curious, is that an allusion also to Donald Trump and the fact that Democrats, you believe, may now be doing the same thing that Donald Trump tried to do in 2020, and that is overthrow the popular will of Democratic voters?
Well, look, Joe, let me say it this way. The reason I've been out on the road so much all over the country, and while Trump is riding around in his golf cart, filling out his golf cart before he even hits the ball. But anyway, he hadn't been anywhere in 10 days. I've been all...
Look at Mika Brzezinski, like her nervous laughter. So the
This
joke
is
here
crazy.
as written was probably Trump fills out his golf card before he hits the ball. That's how like as though you're cheating, right? Okay, got it. So this is the big one-liner that they came up with for Donald Trump. Listen to Joe Biden butcher it, and then listen to the nervous laughter from the sycophantose.
And while Trump is riding around in his golf cart, filling out his golf cart before he even hits the ball. But anyway, he hadn't been anywhere in 10 days. I've been...
Okay. This is clearly...
You could tell that was just a forced laugh. It wasn't even funny.
That Joe Biden is talking about here. There was a video of Donald Trump on his golf cart. Donald Trump has been very silent because, of course, you don't interrupt your enemies when they're making a mistake.
Yep.
And Donald Trump talking mad about Joe Biden. It's really funny.
So much. How did I do with the debate the other night?
Oh, amazing.
Kicked that old broken down pile of crap.
Yeah.
It's a bad guy. He just quit, you know. He's quitting the race.
Is that right?
Yep, I got him out of the race. And that means we have Kamala. I think she's going to be better. She's so bad. She's so pathetic. It's so amazing. It's just so bad. So I just can't imagine. But can you imagine that guy dealing with Putin and the president of China, who's a fierce person? He's a fierce man, a very tough guy. And they see him. They probably he can't. But they just announced he's probably quitting.
Good. Yeah, that's amazing.
Just keep knocking him
This
out.
pissed off Joe Biden so much. It pissed off Joe Biden so much that he had to make a joke about it. Pissed off Joe Biden so much that he had to like yell and scream on TV.
Yeah, because I can guarantee you that was one of the reasons why Joe Biden got mad when Donald Trump said that, oh, he's quitting. Because, I mean, you got to look at it now. It's at the point where the Democrats, they just completely did a 360 on Joe Biden. They want him out of there. They want him gone. I think Joe Biden even wrote some type of letter letting them know he ain't stepping down. He's standing on it. He ain't stepping down. So, hey, stay in there then. Because either way it goes, Donald Trump is going to win. I don't care what nobody say. Donald Trump is going to win. He's going to fix these open borders. Because these policies that Joe Biden got is just destroying our country. The raising the taxes, just all of this stuff.
About it. And then he had a message to party elites inside of the Democratic Party who want him to drop out.
The American public is not going to move away from me as an average voter. And again, I'm here for two reasons, pal. One, to rebuild the economy for hardworking middle-class people, give everybody a shot. Just a straight shot. Everybody gets a fair chance, number one. Number two, remember all this talk about how I don't have the black support? Come on, give me a break. Come with me. Watch.
He's
I'm
screaming,
so
boy.
frustrated by the elites. No, I'm not talking about...
You can tell the way Joe Biden, he is mad, bro. This man is so delusional that he really think he's winning the race. That's what he really told George Slopanopoulos. That's exactly what he told him. He thinks he's winning the race. Now he's just screaming. You can just hear he is mad. This man is literally screaming every other word.
You guys, but about the elites in the party who they know so much more. But if any of these guys don't think I should run against me, go ahead, announce for president. Challenge me at the convention.
Run against me. Have you ever heard Joe Biden? So, I mean, he's really angry. They
He
try
mad.
really hard to like keep him under wraps, right? And keep his like temper down. Here's Joe Biden like just going in. Mm-hmm. Just screaming. I mean, literally screaming.
I mean, look, this is a guy who says 10% of the universe. I want to get into it. With the anyway.
What the world?
The country, the rest of the world.
It's so funny. The meltdown is so incredibly delicious. The reactions to this, of course, as you would expect, really funny on X. I'm not a political consultant, but I think Biden screaming on Morning Joe isn't going to soothe any souls about his condition. He's easily angered, and this is a symptom of his condition. Joe Biden screaming, having a full-blown meltdown on Morning Joe, daring his party members to challenge him for the nomination. Not a great look. GOP is 100% unified around Trump. Joe Biden on Morning Joe is just untranscribable. So there's a political professional who thought Joe Biden calling into Morning Joe was a good idea. So the telephone interview, because Joe Biden can't do regular interviews anymore and has to use paper to flip through. In an interview with Morning Joe, Joe Biden just admitted, "I'm reading from a list," as he tries to rattle off talking points. It's not good. Screaming incoherently from a list. Joe Biden goes, LMFAO, Joe Biden goes on Morning Joe for a live interview and starts rambling incoherently. "I made a big mistake." From the host, the reaction.
Man.
Biden was yelling his brains out this morning out the elites trying to challenge him for the nomination. Now that that's all over, is he calling for a challenge? This would be hilarious.
Joe Biden is done.
Let's have him challenge it.
He's done.
So Joe Biden started off by clearly reading from a script, but it only took a few questions for him to get angry and shouting. The phone is distorting, and he sounds absolutely unhinged. That's right, he sounds even worse. And here, of course, is one of the Obama podcast bros saying the message absolutely sucks, angry, defensive, lashing out on all the wrong people. Just please talk about voter concerns and how you'll address them. That's all. What a nightmare. And I'm so sorry for you people at Waffle House. I'm
telling you.
sorry for this guy.
But there you go, right there. Another great video by Benny. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. But this man was screaming, just like Benny titled it. Joe Biden had a screaming seizure meltdown on live TV, and that's exactly what it was. I mean, you can hear that he was just kind of clinging through papers and stuff like that, reading off scripts and stuff like that. And this is just crazy. He couldn't even do a live interview where he showed his face. He literally had to be off camera just to read the script. That is just bad business. But y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.